know I hurt you, broke your world in two. But deep down in our silence, we both knew this was through. Our story's pages are turning to a final fading blue. There's no point in fighting the end, there's nothing we can do. A broken heart won't be the same, can't outrun the pouring rain. A flower with no sun just fades away. So let's say goodbye to me and you today. We played our parts and did our best, held back our tears and put on a smile for the rest. Our friends and family saw the cracks behind our style. The final act is over, there's nothing left to do now. A broken heart won't be the same, you can't outrun the pouring rain. A flower with no sun just fades away. So let's say goodbye to me and you today. So we'll stand in the ashes of what we once knew and watch as the fire of our love burns out of view. But a new sunrise will be there for both me and for you. We'll find new paths and find new hope, even though we're through. A broken heart won't beat the same, can't outrun the pouring rain. A flower with no sun just fades away. So let's say goodbye to me and you today.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Hey!
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday, everyone. It is the first day of spring. I hope everyone's ready to rock and roll. Mercury retrograde is over. Spring is here. Birds are out. Flowers are blooming. Butterflies are flying around. Things are planted and a spring awakening. Things to do. What a great way to start today's show.
Yeah, it is. Honestly, I woke up today and the sun was out and I was like, it is spring, finally. I was waiting because it's been like cold and rainy recently, so I'm like just happy the sun is out, you know.
So my co-host today is Sophia Espinosa. Freddie is out celebrating his birthday. Hopefully he'll be back one day this week, but if not, we got the girls running the studio. The boys are on the board doing what they do best. They're doing sound, they're doing board, Gabe and Abdullah are a little outnumbered today because today we're talking women in communication. I think what a great topic. And of course, Queen Wu is here to open up everyone's throat chakra because I feel like women, we don't communicate as clearly as we should, but we know we can. So we know we have the ability. We know we should do it. We know what we want to say. But there are many reasons that we don't. So it's funny that this field of media is all about communication.
Yes, it is. And media is very expansive, you know. There's social media, there's films, there's documentaries, there's television, there's what we're doing right now. Actually, I was in a club at FAU called the Network Women in Communications and Media. So I was in that club for 2 semesters, and I was a board member, and it really taught me how disconnected we are from the field compared to men, honestly.
When I went into communications, it was, oh, because you're so beautiful, you should go into communications. It was never said, you should go into communications because you have clarity of thought and what you should say. I'm thinking about that now. My guidance counselor in high school goes, no, go into communications because of how you look. And I thought, wow, if you go back to the 80s, I'm the oldest one in this room. Like, that is what I think they thought women did. And we just went into fields based on, I guess, what we look like. And clearly you carry that and all that baggage. And it's, Dana would say, all those narratives of why we do what we do. But it was really a blessing because now I really get to communicate and create platforms. And look at this room filled of women in communication. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, it was the opposite for me because I'm not really comfortable being on camera. I was more of a technical person, so that's why I came into media. I'm more comfortable behind the camera and doing editing, so that's the reason why I came into this field. It's kind of like jarring to have that different perspective because no one really told me, oh, you should be in front of the camera, or you're so pretty, you should do this and that. I'm more hands-on, you know, so it's odd.
She's holding on for dear life up here if you can't see. I hope. Don't be nervous. You got this.
Yeah,
You're like one of the best editors we have in the studio.
No.
And clarity of thought, and you know what you want to bring the vision to life. But I think the hardest thing is your vision, not you, but our vision in creative space, and then you've got a client who has another vision. So we can't always just bring our visions forward. We have to bring their visions forward. And that's probably the harder part, is because they all have their visions of what they want and how to bring that to life.
Yeah, and it's important we amplify certain voices, like women, and help them share their experience so others can heal with them on their journey, you know?
It's interesting. So I've got Dana Sardano at the other side of the room. We've got Max Duckworth. We've got Nicole Czech. I don't know Czech's last name. Bakalova?
Balkarova.
I was close. Heather Millivoy. We've got Ella Smith. I'm pretty good. Freddie, I'm on a roll right now on all these names. And we've got JJ and Lexi in the other room. They're going to be joining us also. But Dana, isn't it interesting when we think about communication, there's communication that we need to communicate with each other. But then there's this whole mass media field of communication. And then it all goes in alignment with your throat chakra, which when I found that out, I was like, wow, it's like this mind-blowing, because so many women have thyroid disease.
Yeah.
And because I know, right? Things are manifested through physical manifestations of things we're suppressed, right? So our throat chakra, heart chakra, cardiac. I haven't thought about the brain and things of that, but maybe dementia, I don't know, I don't know. But throat chakra, it's so common. And then you showed we were doing a scar comparison today, everyone, before we because we got nothing else to do except, oh, there's my scar, here's my third eye. Oh, wait, here, I got one here. Oh, wait, I got one here. You had your thyroid removed.
Yeah, when I was 25, actually a few days before my 25th birthday, I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. And it was one of those things like boom, boom, boom. I went for some tests, they did a biopsy, the next thing I know I'm getting the pre-op stuff, next thing I know I'm having surgery, and spent my 25th birthday on the cancer floor in University Hospital in Tampa. And I strongly believe, I bet the farm on it, that my thyroid cancer was a result of being so stifled in my sense of who I am, right? Because it's not just speaking and communicating, it's about really living in your truth and being authentic. And I was unable to do that for many years. First from my childhood suppression, then my own suppression, right? And yeah, thyroid cancer. And now look at me.
Now look at you go.
Healthy.
Oh, and I can't forget Jayla Mangaroo, our other female in the studio. She's running third chair, so she's running around. Ring the bell. Freddie's daughter, if he ever had one, would be Jalen. There's no doubt. If he had a child, it would be Andrew and Jay. Don't forget Jay. But I find that so super interesting because I never knew about the chakras. I never knew about any of this. And I realized more and more that there's so much in alignment with spirituality and our wellness in our physical being. Like the woo, the aliens, the beings of light, the spirits, the angels, whatever, all of it. And then there's our physical being. But there's so much connection, and somehow, somewhere along the way, I think mankind severed that connection.
Oh my God.
Right? But yet, if we actually bring it all together, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it makes perfect sense to anybody else.
It does. To me, honestly, I believe in frequencies. You know how they do frequencies, and you put like rice on a speaker. Mm-hmm. You play different frequencies, and there's like different patterns that come out. So
yep.
I believe in manifestation, and words do have meanings, and they do impact our daily lives.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. I'm going to go with a mini tear, time me and stop me, give me the hook because I'm about to go off. Everything is frequency. Like everything is energy. That's why I spent 2 months going over our energy centers, because everything is energy and everything vibrates at a certain frequency. And that frequency, and I'm going to talk about this more on Wednesday when I talk manifestation, depending on the frequency is what we align with. People talk about they want to manifest outward. You have to align with it. And when our frequency in our body is off kilter for whatever energy center it is, it creates, and Dawn, just to piggyback what you said, physical manifestations of that. And so if I'm imbalanced in my solar plexus, if I'm carrying anxiety, if I needless worry, I'm going to have stomach issues, because that's where the stagnant energy is. And actually chapter 8 in 10 Rex. Who's on? You're on 8.
Chapter 8.
I talk all about our physical body, our physical guidance system, and how it creates physical manifestations in every single one of us. No, even if you don't know it, it doesn't mean you're excused from it. All of it, frequency.
Have you seen that? There's a study they did on like water, and they get water molecules, and I think they either said or a blessing, and it's like happiness, and it has like a nice happy shape, but then there's one it's like war and
like,
hate, and the design is like, it's crazy. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
Like the water molecules take on the shape or the energy of the words.
Think about talking to plants.
Oh yeah.
We had someone come in, I don't know if you were here, Jalen, it was before you, and she put this little clip on this plant right here, and the plant sang. The plant could speak.
I've seen that.
It was so super cool. Now this plant, I don't know how this plant grows. I do not have a green thumb. There is no light in this room. There is nothing other than what you see, but yet this plant still thrives. It's been here for like 7 years, but she speaks, and it's the frequency. It was so super cool. But in communications, check. As a communication, you do editing, you do film work. It's so funny, like women in communication, right? There's men, there's women. Why we even pull ourselves out as separate is crazy enough. But I think we go into fields for a different purpose. Mm-hmm. Why did you go into this field?
Well, ever since I was actually little, I used to do, I used to play in ads.
Cute. Wait,
I actually
real
played,
ones?
Yeah, I played in an ad for McDonald's.
Oh,
I played in
cool.
an ad for, like the little
Jalen, are these on?
It is on.
Okay.
That's so cool.
I played in an
Underneath the
ad
table.
for, like the little Baby Bell cheeses.
I love those.
Yeah, I don't know. After that, I didn't really get into that many ads. I kind of just stopped after. So I kind of just went into, I didn't really like being in front of the camera. I liked being behind the camera, so I took some photos. Eventually, actually, my brother started in film production, and he kind of just needed help during when he was like assignments because COVID started, or I don't know, whatever happened, and he needed help with filming something. We were filming at our house, and I was kind of like, oh yeah, actually film is kind of fun. So I kind of got into that because of my brother almost. But yeah, I don't really like being much in front of the camera, or like I like being behind the action kind of.
We've met very few females that say I want to be in front of the camera when we meet them, which is so funny because there's a certain, I don't want to say look, but confidence, the way you carry it, like you, like Heather, Nicole. I feel like everyone we meet here could totally put you guys in front of the camera, so we do. But they never say, yeah, I want to be in front of the camera. Very few say when we meet them at the college
I think it's
fairs.
because of how we think we will be perceived. On especially social media, it's been very dangerous for teenage girls to be growing up with that landscape of very heavily edited photos or you know, that kind of thing.
Okay.
It's hard to kind of put yourself out there and be ready to be judged by everyone. And that's the thing about women in media. It's you have to present yourself in a certain way, and I think men aren't kind of aware of that perception that we constantly are perceived and being made aware that we are being perceived, you know?
What do you think, Heather? Because you do the social media side of it. You really do the marketing of it, which is different, but it's all communication.
Yeah.
I mean, social media, okay. It's such a great thing to have in this day and age because of the amount of information that we have in a matter of seconds. So if we need something, we need to look something up, we got it. The news, we have it. But it's also been so negative and directly impacting our mental health, how we perceive ourselves, and how we just view everyone around us. So it's kind of like, where do you find, like, there's this fine line of being able to balance using social media as something that's positive and something that's negative. So
Is what does the picture look
Yeah.
like? And now, Max, you do photography.
Yeah, and it was it's interesting because I also am not extremely comfortable in front of the moving camera. I love to do self portraits that are still, but it's a whole new element when you're moving and talking and can say things weird, and I can't go over the my favorite pictures first before it's like filming live is just a whole new thing that is fun. There's things that go wrong, but that's okay. That's part of the beauty, and I feel like it's an important lesson that a lot of times the bad photos, the mistakes they end up being the ones that I want to keep and publish. So
The funny photos are always the fun photos.
Yep.
I went out for dinner with my sister and some friends on Saturday night, and every year you go around the table, you take pictures, and they're like, just do something funny and silly. And the funny, silly photos always look so much better than the staged, proper
the duck
photos.
face.
Right.
my favorite hack is to I get people to do an audible laugh. It can be fake.
Yes.
You get everybody to be like, ha, 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 and it makes the best photos.
because people look their best when they're
They
being
really
authentic
do.
and
That
real and
sound
just
has to come out. I need
I always say that. I'm always like, ha ha ha, ha. Just start laughing, ha ha, ha. This is
Seriously.
you're so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it works. It works.
I saw something on social media like that where they were filming people just laughing
Yeah.
and taking family pictures and just that audible laugh for more fun.
It makes them more comfortable too.
Right, comfortable
Because usually they're
pictures.
stiff and they're like, I don't know what to do. Okay, literally just move around and laugh, or just like you joke with them, and it works. I love
But
it.
you're capturing so many different things. I feel like communications now has changed because the media has changed. The information we're getting is so negative. I don't care what side of whatever you want to call it you sit, it's negative. everyone's just against everyone else. But at the end of the day, we've got our youth, we've got, your generation, the younger generation, the social media. I don't know how anyone's even learning to communicate properly because you can edit everything on AI.
Yeah.
You can play with people, video games that could be pedophiles, could be real, could be bots. You can date bots. You can date, people from another galaxy in your dreams and your lucid dreams. It's just what's happening. It's really changed the field. And then you need to all support yourselves, right? There's the intrinsic value of what I love to do here. And I feel like this is my intrinsic love for doing everything. But there's bills to pay. Dana's like, we should if we could give everything away, but we still have to pay for the lights, we have to pay for rent, you guys need gas money. How do you all get to the next level of being professionals and making a living at this?
It's hard, you really have to use your voice in this field. And I think that's why we created that club at FAU, because online it seems very disconnected, and there's edited photos, there's AI now, but when you're in that space with actual people talking face to face, it's like totally different. It's like you actually get to be like authentically you and share your experience with a person and not like a bot or AI, and I think that's important. It's really important to have face-to-face conversations.
Ella, we got to get you a mic, Ella. She looks, she's like, what? What do you guys think? While we get Ella a mic, look at her handheld. What do you think, Heather and Nicole, about how do you make a living doing this?
I'm still trying to find the answer to that.
Me too.
It's such a difficult field. Really, anything that's in the creative space, finding something that it's so competitive. And the job market right now, as we know, it's just getting worse and it's getting worse. And it's like Sophia said, you have to communicate, you have to put your name out there, and you have to have like grit, and you can't take no for an answer. So you gotta it's one of these fields where you gotta knock door to door and be like, hi, I'm here, look at me. Cause how else are you gonna be able to succeed in this field without having that mindset?
And I look around and I saw Festival Flea Market. If anyone who knows South Florida, it was just a landmark in South Florida. The piece of property on Sample and the Turnpike is just prime real estate. And that was a place where all these small businesses could go and open up their kiosks and have a permanent place to go every day. And that's gone. The Galleria Mall in Fort Lauderdale, leveling it for multi-use, and that was
What?
Mecca. Yeah, that's going to be gone.
It's crazy, right?
They just redid it like 10 years ago. It's
yeah, it's beautiful mall.
That's going to be gone. Prime real estate. I mean, there's condos going up that start at 1.4. My question is, who can afford it?
No one.
And then what are people doing? If you're not in corporate, if you're not making that kind of money, what kind of business is there? And I feel it's just not fair for your generation and younger, because I don't know how you get that next step to get in, to work your way up from where.
You got to start small, You got to do student films, you got to do volunteer work, and it's hard. It is hard work, but you have to start somewhere. And even social media is a great place to start as well. I know we kind of rag on it, but it is like you could have a footing in that as well, and you can network as well. LinkedIn is pretty good at that. That's why we made the club as well. It's literally called The Network, so we have a place to start. And for women, it's kind of hard to communicate with men in the field because it is a male-dominated space. They kind of think, oh, she's flirting with me, or she wants to sleep her way to the top. I have no idea.
I can't.
Asking for a friend.
We really cannot bring this conversation up right now. I'll get too angry.
But it is a great place to collaborate and express your creativity and share your experience. That club, I think, is great, and I loved being there, and I made great friendships, and we did great collaborations in that club, and that's the way I got my footing in.
Well, I think we're going to be making a movie in here.
Yeah.
Yes, Nicole?
Well, I think me and Freddie talked about rewriting the script so we can make it more of like a bigger production, because the script is made to be a small production, because at Lynn we always have very small productions because our class is pretty small. So we have to make it like doable so that it's in locations we can film in. Like here we have a green screen, so we can always do basically whatever location you kind of want to. So also Freddie kind of wants to add more people into the script because the script currently has like 2 actors.
What does this entail? Like, what's the movie or about?
It's about an abduction.
Oh. Who gets abducted? Is it like?
Go on.
So when I told Freddie about it, he said immediately, Sophia.
Sophia gets abducted, or she's the abductor?
She gets abducted.
Oh, okay.
He was like, he said you get abducted.
Damn.
Me and Dana be the
Rest
aliens?
in peace.
There is no alien.
So, it's like a kidnapping abduction?
Yeah,
Not an
it's
alien abduction.
Oh, man. I thought we meant by abducted by aliens.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, okay. Anyway,
Sorry, we got so excited.
it will be rewritten because
For alien abduction, right?
Yeah.
So Freddie said he does want to do like where people can give me insight on it. They give me their ideas how we can make it bigger, better. But he said he wants, since I did write it, he wants me to rewrite it so that it's still kind of
Yours.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We have to wait until Freddie shows up again and
shows up to his job.
yeah. But yes.
Wow.
And I feel like Lynn University is really growing in their females in communication. We're going to be there on Thursday. Ella comes from there. You're coming from there. And you do social media marketing?
I do.
Why did you go into the field?
Well, when I was like 12, I made a company, and I like my favorite part was not making the item. It was like promoting it and like doing all the Instagram and stuff for that. And I think that's what like really began, I guess, my passion. So
What do you like about it?
I don't honestly know. I like being able to like create ads and post them on Instagram and everything like that. And I think just being able to be creative and yeah.
You've done some really great thumbnails, so you can
Thank
check out the
you.
cafe and cleaning things up. I know they say the devil's in the details. And sometimes the details are hard to get done because we're so busy doing the bigger picture. And the details, you guys do such a great job with those. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we have to continue this conversation, talk to Dana and Max, and I have to share this wand with you. I'm really not sure. I've never been afraid. I feel like it's not like the Harry Potter wand. It is like the wand, the power of the wand. So she's sitting right next to me until I get a good grasp of what she can do. All about communication. More to come on the other side of this commercial break. We'll be right back.
Discover Rosie's Garden. The collection draws inspiration from the beautiful niece of the founder, Rosie, who brought joy to many before passing too soon. Her beauty and spirit are reflected in every piece. Founded by 2 friends, Rosie's Garden is a female-owned brand passionate about creating stunning, elegant jewelry that embodies the concept of bellissima, the Italian word for beautiful. With a philosophy rooted in grace and elegance, the brand crafts each piece of jewelry using only the finest materials, including 18-karat gold and the highest quality craftsmanship, ensuring that every piece is a true work of art.
Finding the world's best coffee. Nothing can stop Don Pablo from getting you the rarest coffees. Traveling across continents, climbing the highest mountains, overcoming immense obstacles, all for the quest of greatness. Experience this excitement with every sip.
Looking for music that brings back the memories? True Oldies FLA is South Florida's premier destination for timeless hits from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. Brought to you by M2 TV Network. Broadcasting across multiple FM and HD stations, including 95.3 FM in Delray Beach and Boca Raton, 95.9 FM in Palm Beach County, 96.9 FM in Broward County and North Miami-Dade, and 106.9 FM on the Treasure Coast.
True Oldies, FLA. Feel good music that spans generations.
Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No, no one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now to learn more.
800-234-0316. 800-234-0316. 800-234-0316. That's 800-234-0316.
Big announcement.
This Friday, we're celebrating
Duckworth Studio and AMP Media are collaborating to elevate your brand's visuals. It's time to update your image with professional photography. Let's showcase your brand with sophisticated, high-quality images. Whether you own a restaurant, a medical practice, an art studio, or lead a passionate team, we craft compelling stories for every business. Choose from a range of packages designed to fit your unique business needs, from a quick content refresh to extensive visual storytelling. Contact Max Duckworth today for your complimentary consultation. Email, call, text, or visit duckworthstudio.com.
Attention men, here's a great way to have more fun in bed and save money. If you want to take something like Viagra, they can give you a way to pay as little as $2 a pill. Yes, $2 a pill. Compare that to prices as high as $60 per tablet. These pills work for men to improve their performance and confidence. You'll love them. And now for the price of 2 or 3 pills, you can get 50 or more for around $100. You'll save hundreds of dollars off retail prices. That's enough to buy your date a nice dinner. Don't pay expensive prices for Viagra. Call now, order 50 or more of our blue pills, and pay as little as $2 a pill and save hundreds of dollars. Call anytime for confidential shipping.
Call Steelman Pills now. 800-485-3208. 800-485-3208. 800-485-3208. That's 800-485-3208.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I said, Jay, we should get you a mic. She's like, no, I'm good. Jay kind of keeps his place rolling all the time. She does it so quietly, though.
Quiet but efficient.
Quiet and efficient,
Yeah.
I know. But she communicates well. All right, well, JJ's joining us. You have a mic, JJ?
Yeah, I got a mic.
We haven't seen you in a while, so welcome back.
Yeah, first day back.
You've
great.
got big aspirations on communication through our magazine.
Yeah.
What's happening with that?
So, yeah, we're getting started on volume 9 now?
Wow.
So we're close to 10. So, yeah, we're writing about events coming soon. We're talking about the new app. I'm not exactly sure what that app will bring. We still need to talk about that, and then we can put it right in the magazine and let people know that it's coming soon. And yeah, lots of new things coming, so that will be in the magazine. Not sure if we're releasing this week or next week, but we'll send out info about that soon to let people know what's
What are
going
you
on.
finding with the magazine? As far as content, is it what you expected? Is it changed?
Yeah, I mean, I really like talking about things that connect to the studio. the things we do around here and what the interns do, spotlighting, whether we're spotlighting Dana or Max. We're actually collabing with Duckworth newspaper, and I'm excited to see, the new issue, which is exciting. So yeah, there's lots of new things coming, and we're trying to expand, and maybe we can collaborate with other newspapers and other people, which is fun.
There's a lot of things to do, and Gio, our executive producer, always said whatever we put out in the magazine should link directly back to the studio.
Exactly. I think that's the best way.
Because otherwise, it doesn't make sense for people. Like, where are we choosing our content from? And if we're talking about the book club, then Dana and I definitely want to put that segment in from the clip that you did on Friday, so people actually see. Because in this, what I found, everyone's a different type of learner. It goes back to my education, right? Some are visual, some are hearing, some are listening, some are touch. Whatever it is, that's why the newspaper, the physical newspaper, works for some people. The reading works for others. The video works for others. The podcast works for some. So we have a new app coming out. I probably shouldn't be releasing it yet, but there is a Brooklyn Cafe Show app that is coming out. I saw the brief teaser video on it yesterday. Cool. It's pretty exciting. So you'll be able to see everything. You'll link to podcasts. You're going to link to the videos, our website, how to contact us, most recent shows that are most viewed. It's going to be awesome. So that is coming out soon because everyone needs something different. And you've got the newspaper, which is great. So if we can put the clip from, say, Dana, to go with the article from the book club, to go into the magazine, then we have this multi-layered approach that you hope hits more people instead of just one approach.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
It's kind of just, I guess, just expanding all of it. It's more work for you guys.
But it's probably easier for the audience just to click the app and, everything's right there.
I don't even mean the app, I even mean your magazine.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
On an article, some people want to see how did that apply to the studio? How does that apply to the show? And then we throw in one of Max's pictures and see that we can really cross-collaborate, like the pie company.
Yeah.
And getting out and doing things, local vendor fairs, a lot of cool things. But you've taken it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, I mean, I really like, perfecting it and making it look good, especially the covers. That's what grabs the audience attention. And yeah, I really like putting it together and setting it out and seeing how it does well. It's really great to see, your work do well. Yeah.
It's interesting because Heather and I were talking about not restructuring, but restructuring a little bit.
Yeah.
Because there's so much content that we want people to be able, because people's attention span are about like that much.
Yeah.
We want to capture that much of the attention span. And maybe sometimes we send out shorter magazines or a one-pager.
I like doing the one-pagers. They're fun, 1 or 2 pagers to send out during the week. They do well, yeah.
A lot of interesting things. You've done a great job. You and Lexi are doing great things.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you guys back. It was the longest spring break like ever. We haven't been here in 3 weeks.
Oh my God.
It was really quiet for 3 weeks.
Wow.
2 weeks. Right? I think it was just a few of us.
Yeah.
People would come in and out, pop in and out, but we got it all done. It's all good. A lot of cool things happening. And Jay just keeps us rolling. Look at her. She's good to go. HR in the house. What else is coming out next? What do you have in the magazine?
Yeah, we're talking about Caps for a Cause, that event coming up, which sounds exciting. Yeah, so we're with the magazine, we're able to, put buttons for donation and stuff like that. So I'm figuring out how to interrogate buttons and stuff like that, links and stuff on MailChimp, so people can click on it easier rather than just pasting a link on the page.
So is the internship been a good opportunity for you to hone your skills and learn new things?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'd say so, for sure.
I think there's not enough opportunities for you guys in media. I don't think there's enough opportunities for people to learn in their field anywhere. And then you go to get a job and you want 2 years experience. And how are you going to get 2 years experience if you can't get the experience to get the 2 years experience? It was bad, Dana, when you and I back in the day, but for them, I think it's even that much harder.
Yeah, it's just a different world. I wouldn't even know how to get a job at this point. Like, I've been so removed from how it was done, when I was their age, and so removed from how it's done even now because I'm in my world of art and weirdo-ness, that I wouldn't even know what to do. Like, if I had to go get like a real normal person job.
That's part of the reason I started my business.
Yeah, like, what do you do?
Because I didn't know how to get it.
Like, they have what do they call it now? What do they call resume now?
Yeah. Right.
They call it something else. What do they call it?
A CV.
A CV.
Yeah. What is it?
It's
Why?
a
curriculum vitae.
It's Latin.
I know.
I'm
it's so
excuse
fancy.
Yeah. So yeah, it's different.
Before I started working with Freddie, I had retired from my other job. I was in medical billing, and I'm like, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? So I was writing a resume. I'm like, what am I going to write? Uber driver. So I thought I could be an Uber driver, but I get lost everywhere, so that didn't work. I thought I could do retail. I tried that for 90 days, and that didn't work. So I really thought, what am I going to do? So I ended up working with Freddie, and I'm like, all right, let's go for it. And then let's just go, and let's just do more and more and more. And because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to get a normal job. I didn't want a normal job.
No.
I didn't want to answer to those 9-to-5ers and I worked in retail. They made me put my finger between every hanger for equal spacing.
Oh, wow.
And you're this creative, intelligent person. You're
what cleaning the bathroom toilets. That's when I met Freddie. He said, you're doing what? He said, you're selling retail and you're cleaning someone else's bathroom? He's like, why are you doing that? I said, what am I going to do? He says, come work with me. I'm like, okay. He said, I'll get you fired. I went, okay. And that's kind of what happened.
Get you fired.
So he goes, can you just quit? So I gave him 2 weeks. And I'm like, no, can you give me 4? Can you just finish everything and get us up to date? So I did. And I'm thinking, why am I cleaning other people's toilets? Why am I cleaning someone else's refrigerator? Like, that's insane. But that goes back to your value of who you are and taking that leap of faith to do what you want and to believe in yourself enough to do it until you have to do it, because you know the other thing you're doing is so ridiculous, not supporting your purpose and your passion and your calling. So now some people that is, like Karen is the best at doing that. That is her passion. She loves to clean. Me? No, not so much.
Yeah, me either. I did work retail for like 9 months. Before that, in high school, I worked food service, different restaurants, different fast food places, but it's nothing compared to this. This is what I actually like to do. I come here and I'm like, finally I get to do what I want to do, and it's what I went to school for, and it's unfortunate some people can't go into college and get those opportunities to work at a place they actually do want to work. It's crazy that I get to be here,
Which we love having you, which is so crazy. I think you really get the opportunity here to embrace who you are, at least who you think you are for now.
Yeah.
What your desire is, what you want to be. And you're going to just keep growing and all doing such amazing, great things, which is so super cool.
Yeah.
I had an internship with a big TV station, and they had me like logging hours in. I know. So we tried to make it better for you here and give you an opportunity and see you all come out of your shell. And that video you guys did for Freddie last week, oh my gosh. I was like a sobbing, weepy, wet mess in the lobby, is all I could say. Because, check to see how far you've come. And Heather, she's like a 180. She's amazing. And you're incredible. And I'm learning everybody else and what JJ created from a 1-page newsletter to a whole, 9, 11-page magazine. And Ella redid all everyone gets a trophy. Okay, everyone gets a trophy. And you get a car, and you get a car, and you get a gold ribbon. But I just see the growth in all of you, and it's amazing. And I just can't wait to see what you can offer the rest of the world.
Dawn, I'm watching you and I'm listening to you, and I know your background is in education, as is mine. And when you create the environment for people to feel safe, to do what they love, they thrive, and it's beautiful. And what's even cooler is the more they thrive and the more they expand, the more, this is where the woo comes out, but the more opportunities to thrive and expand. So you were talking earlier about how do you get a job in this day and age, and it's more difficult for women in communications, but really put that aside, because what you've created for these women and for everybody, but we're speaking to the women, allowing them to be the best versions of themselves in doing what they love to do the most, the sky's the limit. It's all, yeah, don't look too enthused, guys. I'm like, yeah, and they're like,
I gotta tell you, Gabe and Abdullah, Dana, who are running the board in there, they have come so far. And when they started here, it's incredible to see the growth. And if we can only like bottle this and show all of you on the other side of this camera the growth they have achieved, but you can't. You have to see it. You have to feel it. You have to be here every day and see the change. And that's not even measurable in a dollar amount. This is who they are and their growth potential and their purpose and who they are going to become as adults later in life. And that's what's really hard to show what we do here and what the foundation does here, because you can't quantitatively or qualitatively show that for those people that need ROI numbers and all that. You can't. All you can do is look around and see what they create and how far they've come.
Yeah. It's hard to put on a resume.
It's hard to put on a resume.
Yeah. And you guys were talking
or
about
a CV.
earlier.
Or a CV, yeah.
How do you get a job? You know, it's way different now, especially when Brooklyn was talking on the morning show how her job interview was all in AI, and I was like, oh my God. What? Like, this world is something completely different now, you know?
She was interviewed by like an AI bot.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine?
Offensive.
It is very offensive. I believe
She was
so.
interviewed. She got one interview when it was an AI bot, and they thought it was for another job because they didn't understand what she was saying. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Can I make a prediction?
Yes.
I want it to be on the air because when I'm right, I want to be able to tell everybody how right I was. This whole thing with AI and the technology and the world falling apart and everybody, let me get there, everybody feeling hopeless about the fate of the world. This just a pendulum swinging all the way over here. This is giving us all, the creatives, the thought leaders, those who are inspired, an opportunity to make the changes so that pendulum will come back. The fact that you were interviewed by AI is information showing us how freaking ridiculous things have gotten, and it gives people the opportunity to do things differently. I think we're going to be seeing some real change in a positive way because people are craving truth. Mm-hmm. They're craving authenticity. They're craving connection. They're craving connection with their own identity, and this is where people rise up and affect change. It's exciting, and I think that all this stuff that we're talking about is just the tipping point of really beautiful changes and beautiful things to come. That's my prediction. Watch this year, and then call me.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, I want to see what they would all create if they could, without any strings, any barriers. What's the next best thing that they're going to create right here at the studio? More to come on the other side of this break. You can give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio A, or write in on social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, our website, and soon to be our new app. So more to come on the other side of this break, and we'll be right back.
Our preschool team provides personalized education and therapy services that are specifically designed to meet the unique needs of our children. These students are overcoming medical conditions that have been affecting their physical abilities since birth. Our specialized teacher and therapists understand the critical role that occupational and physical therapy play in helping these young children to develop essential skills in their early education program. We like for the children to leave us as shining stars and enter the big world of kindergarten.
Welcome to Working Nurses Home Care, where your private care is our priority. We provide medical and supportive private duty care all under one agency serving Broward, Palm Beach, and the Treasure Coast. From long-term care and companionship to recovery support, our nurses, therapists, and home health aides are here for you. We accept most major insurances including United Medicare, Aetna, Humana, Oscar, Cigna, and Medicare. Count on us for care that you can trust. Call Broward at 954-916-7458 or Palm Beach at 561-409-0767. Visit us at www.workingnurseshomecare.com. At Working Nurses Home Care, we are here to serve and support.
to La Mesa Cafe Bistro, where every cup has a story. From freshly brewed coffee to comforting, flavorful dishes, it's the perfect place to slow down and savor the moment. Open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. from Tuesday to Saturday, and 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday and Monday. Stop by and taste the difference at 48 Northeast 1st Avenue in Boca Raton.
Looking for great coffee and a place to unwind? Come to Tiki Coffee and Desserts. We serve gourmet coffee made fresh, rich espresso, smooth lattes, and handcrafted specialty drinks made just the way you like them. Pair it with one of our delicious desserts, from creamy cheesecakes to fresh pastries and sweet treats made to satisfy every craving. No matter what you're in the mood for, you can trust that it's been prepared with care and quality ingredients. Enjoy a warm, welcoming atmosphere where our friendly staff make you feel right at home the moment you walk in. Whether you're meeting friends, taking a break, getting some work done, or simply treating yourself, Tiki Coffee and Desserts is the perfect stop. Don't miss out on an irresistible experience you'll want to come back to again and again. Tiki Coffee and Desserts, the hottest new coffee shop in Boca.
Imagina que este es tu dinero y alguien te lo quiere quitar. ¿Quién es? El IRS. Adivina qué, quieren tu dinero y pueden tomarlo. Todos si quieren. Entonces, ¿qué haces? Usted contraataca dejando que nuestro equipo de expertos lo resuelva con el IRS para poder conservar su dinero. Llame ahora mismo y aprende gratis cómo podemos ayudarte a volver a ponerlo en tu bolsillo. 5 minutos de tu tiempo pueden ahorrarte miles de dólares.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
On this day in 1857, Elisha Otis, the inventor of safety devices in elevators, installed his first elevator at 488 Broadway, New York City. On this day in 1888, in England, the Football League, the world's oldest professional association football league, meets for the first time. On this day in 1980, Archbishop Oscar Romero of El Salvador gives his famous speech appealing to men of the El Salvadoran armed forces to stop killing the Salvadorans. On this day in 2019, the Kazakh capital of Astana is renamed to Nur Sultan.
Yeah.
And we're back. Lots of conversations happening around the room. All right, question on the table. You let me know. If you could create anything that you guys want, money's not the issue, to further your career or the field of communications, what would it be?
That's a great question.
Oh, I already know mine.
Go ahead, because I don't know.
Well, I want to own an international hotel chain, and so that I can have hotels, so that I have a place for people to stay and gather, like restaurants and education. So, but also I want to have conferences, because there's conference rooms at hotels, and so there's we could have our event that we've been talking about, the Day of Empowerment, and have learning and art and all sorts of stuff going on. It's coming. The international hotel chain, Duckworth Enterprises.
Wow. Why
That's
a
amazing.
hotel?
Well, like I said, it's a place I could live at the business You know, I could also, and if it's
We could get your room upstairs.
yeah. But if it's a hotel chain, I can go all over the world and then still live at my business. And also, I feel like I could give people a place to stay, and I would love to be able to use it like somehow to use the space for people that don't have a place to live, somehow incorporate like some sort of community, like, so I would create like an artist grant program for somebody who maybe didn't have a place to live or stay, and they make art for my hotel, and then I give them a place to live and food and stuff.
That's very cool. I think, didn't they used to do that in Paris? And have this whole artist area, and people could work and live. It's a whole work-live area.
Co-op sort of thing.
And create. I think it's super cool. All right, Nicole.
Oh yeah, you're next.
I'm put on the spot.
You look like you had this idea brewing.
I did. Oh. I don't know. I really my next big thing is I want to do a murder mystery.
Ooh.
Like a film, a murder mystery. My issue is I'm not really that good with ideas. You guys got me in a lucky spot where I had the idea and Freddie was like, "Oh, okay, let's film it." So, no, even when I love murder mysteries overall, like watching them. I really just want to work on one. I know that it's something you need to get connections with, and like overall, and like to make films, you have to get in contact with these companies. Like even if you want to say do Netflix or something, you have to have contacts for people, and so I know that. But if I could, I'd probably do a murder mystery.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, we are rewriting that script, so I could just change it to a murder mystery.
I say change it.
Or alien abduction.
An alien murder mystery.
An alien murder mystery abduction.
I love it. I think that's what you have to do.
Yeah. But also, if it were a murder mystery, then we'd have more people to put in and act in it. So,
anyone else? Heather?
I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank.
Sophia?
Oh my gosh, I have my hands in so many pots, you know. Like I do editing, I film, I even made a video game once, so
whoa, cool.
I think a video game will probably be like my #1 thing to do.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, so a video game. It could be about the studio, it could be about something else, but I do want more experience on different programs, different softwares. Like right now I'm doing Unreal Engine, and it's a free program, so it's very accessible for many.
Video game would be cool, especially for Veda. Sorry. Every day I give Dana another idea. She's like, okay, I've got this book going, and I've got this going, and a new website, and I don't think you sleep.
When I get inspired, there's no holding back. That's why I keep telling them, do what you love, and the pieces will fall into place. But yeah, you did that. I have a book called Veda Finds Her Crown for like adolescents. And last week, Dawn's like, you need to make them for early readers. And so all weekend, I have like 2 separate stories now, and I'm like trying to figure out. I just ordered watercolor paper because I would do it in watercolor, so it's the right. Oh yeah, no, this is happening. This is happening. Making a whole series now. So you're talking about, what's your next creation? I'm living it.
And you did the landing page for the.
And I did the landing page. Yeah, I took a break from my other children's book, and I did the landing page.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but that's the excitement of being able to do what you love, and. Not worrying so much about money. I happen to be fortunate that I placed myself in a situation where I'm not starving, but I obviously want to make money based on what I'm doing also. But I'm not desperate, so it's not driving me, and I'm able to be creative. So I don't. That's not lost on me.
They say if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. But I know you still have to pay your bills, and between here and here is this world of anxiety, and somehow like faith bubbles up. It's like you have to have the faith over the anxiety, because to know that it's all going to work out. Just like our next fundraiser for AMP Media Futures Foundation at Crazy Uncle Mike's on May 12th. We're going to get this flyer over to you, Gabe, to put it on the board, make some commercials. It's going to be a great event. We're celebrating graduation. For all of those that have graduated, that are graduating, that come through our studio and work hard every day just to honor them, have some food, have some music, looking for some sponsorship, and really about giving them back an opportunity to grow in media production, because there's nowhere else that they get to do this. And I've been getting phone calls all week for new kids wanting to come in, and just when things get stagnant and a little bubbly, the new ones, I can't wait to come in. And that's what's so super cool, is that there's always this big doe-eyed new kid coming in saying, I love this field of communications, and doing what they do. Look at Baxton, he's making movies. And Josh is running a graphic design studio, and so many great things to be done. But a lot of them all are doing it themselves. They're making their own businesses, which is so super cool.
That's cool.
Which is really cool. How about you, JJ? What would you do?
As much as I love writing, I don't think it's the hot topic of today. And I don't know, like I'd love to write for a big time magazine, or I don't know, go into news reporting. I'd really like to strengthen my skills in talking to the camera. I'd love to go into news reporting or news production, work for a big time news production place, but that's a dream I have. So hopefully I can reach it.
Go for it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Ella, how about you? Let's give her the mic, JJ.
Oh, here you go.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I like to do photography, so maybe something like surrounding that. But other than that, I don't know.
Social media?
Maybe like photography and social media. But I'm not really sure. I haven't given it like that much thought. But I definitely like taking pictures and like posting them, so I don't know. We'll see where that takes me.
A lot of good stuff. You know me, squirrel. I'm like, oh, I'm going to write a book. My Nana is a fairy. I'm like, okay, next project. No, seriously, I'm like, I always wanted to write a children's book. And the first one I had, Gio says, isn't that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with the unicorn? So I'm like, come on, just destroy my dream. So now I'm thinking my Nana is a fairy and all the magical things you get to do with your Nana. But
Sweet.
That's on the side.
Yeah.
That was my idea of yesterday. I always have these like squirrel ideas of new things to do, which is why the studio looks like it does. Between my ideas and Freddie's ideas, it's more and more to open every morning. But I love that we get to have this area for you guys. I hope you would love it as much as we do. I know. It's a lot of work to do. And I love my super woo over there. And I was telling Dana, I'm so appreciative for you and all the friends that you bring here, because it's just a whole nother level of opening things up. People are so guarded nowadays. I think we're all so fearful of failure, of not meeting someone else's expectations, not your own, but somebody else's. Are you going to say the right thing, do the right thing, feel the right way, look the right way? And then you come in with all these amazing people, and they're like, hey, they give you a big hug, here's a gift, here's an envelope, here's another present, here's a channel, here's a message. Like, we've never met people like you bring in. So I thank you so much, because they get to see the other side of authenticity. And it's not just being guarded, and it's not just getting a paycheck, that there's more to life than that bottom line, right? There's a life that you live, and then the bottom line comes. So thank you for all of that.
Thank you.
It's so super cool. And what are we doing on Wednesday?
So Wednesday, we are talking manifestation.
Ooh.
And I was telling Heather that it's not as like sexy. Like, it was like, ooh, manifestation. But, you know, I like to break things down to the practicality of it. So I'm like, okay, this is it. Manifestation, boom, boom, boom. This is how you do it. So that's my plan. And then we're gearing up for the following week, April 1st, which is the 10 Rex Book Club, which I'm really excited about. We just kind of birthed that in like conversation. But again, created the landing page this weekend between, you know, all the other things. And if anybody is interested in joining us, you don't have to do anything other than just read a recommendment a week and just be part of the conversation. No muss, no fuss. Just join us and let's do this together.
The first one's about not victimizing yourself.
The first one is I shall not claim victimhood. Yeah, and that's a good one, because when we wrap our brains around the idea that it doesn't have to be right or wrong or win or lose. It's just information that we're responding to, and then going from there. Life looks a whole lot different, you know?
I'm excited because if you think about it, I spend a lot of time thinking in my head of the things we do to please other people because it's supposed to be socially acceptable. We're supposed to act a certain way, show up a certain way, reply, treat people a certain way. I don't mean kind, I mean to overdo and just always be. And if they don't like the way we show up, then we feel like we're less than. But if you show up authentically as who you are, truly who you are from your heart, they don't have to like it, but you're who you are. True, right?
Yeah, it's my life.
Their opinion of me is not my reality. People may not like my woo, they might not like the way I show up, they may not like, I think every single one of you deserve a trophy. But that's not my issue, that's their issue.
100%.
Right, but I don't think I knew that when I was there. I know I didn't know when I was your age. When I was your age, well, when I was your age, I was like having kids, so that was totally different. I know, Jay's like, what?
She's shaking her head right now.
But it's true, and if we can only, that's why I think doing this at a young age, your Veda wears her crown, is so important, because if you can teach kids to speak their truth and to know if anxiety feels funny in their gut, to share it, to let it out, to be authentically who you all are, then when you're 50, 48, 50 and going to that next level, you're like, oh, I'm aligned, I got this, because I'm authentically who I am and what my soul's purpose is. Can you imagine the next generation doing that? What a great place this would be.
Well, that's the plan. That's the plan, to educate the next generation and get them comfortable with themselves, to understand that it's okay. Remember, Gen X is a generation of, shut up, go outside, here's a hose. Like, that's what we were told. You know what I mean? Go to school, you feel better. I'm like, but I'm bleeding out my eyes. Yeah, you'll be fine. Right? You'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
And so to teach people, kids in particular, that their voice matters. Their voice matters, their feelings matter, but they need to be accountable for both those things, among other things. It's amazing how different life looks when you perceive it that way.
Because there's a curriculum, you probably all went through school with it, about your feelings. This is making me feel this way, right? And you say to the other person, you're making me feel this, or I'm feeling anxious, or I'm feeling unvalued, I'm feeling not validated, which I think is great. But then it stops. Then there's no follow through, from what I understand, of how could it make you feel better? What would you do next to feel validated? What would you change? You know, you're making me feel this. Could you not do that? I feel like we're missing that next level of communication from a young age.
Yeah. I think that there's also the piece of the society has turned outward with so many things, and how everybody else is doing things to make us feel, and to whatever it is, how it's affecting us. And I think if we could teach our kids that it doesn't matter what anybody else does, it only matters how you receive and perceive the information and then respond to it. You don't have to show up for the argument. You don't have to show up for the interaction. Somebody's making you feel a certain way. It's not them, it's you. Just walk away or respond differently. Like, we're not teaching kids that they can be autonomous in their response to external stimuli, whatever it may be.
Of who they are, right? And being authentically who you are.
Yeah.
I think we should do a whole social media campaign on just be you. You
Boo.
be you. Ubuntu. Boom. See, it's back to you. Cool stuff. Thank you, everyone, for joining in this conversation.
Yes, it's
They're
very
shaking
fun.
their head around the room. Thank you, Sophia, for having the idea.
Thank you for having me.
Dana and Max, as always, I know you guys are going to be here on, be here Wednesday,
I'll
and
be here
Max
Wednesday.
slips in and out as she does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on Friday for Lights in the Night with Russ, and which is always a good time. But wait, I got to say something about Dana and the 10 Recommendments. It's just amazing, because not all authors are. I feel like not everybody is true to what they're writing, and it's nice to see the author is actually, like, she lives what she's talking about. You know, we were talking about some of the characters from the book,
Yeah.
And
the characters.
She
you mean my family and ex-boyfriends?
Yes. Your life,
old employers.
Your characters, and she actually is, living what she's speaking, which is really beautiful.
I appreciate that. You got to walk the walk. It's the only way you can sleep at night peacefully. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, join us. And Miss Dawn, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
tomorrow.
You. I feel like I've been celebrating for a long time.
Yeah,
so
right.
It's
but tomorrow.
There.
Yep.
This is like my year to actually, hopefully, really make that positive difference because I'm still in that, what age of this age group? I don't know what happens when I hit the other number. we
just
keep
carry
going.
it along. You just, what is it, 42 to 49 is the crown chakra, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, but no, this is not your year. The best is yet to come. They're all your years.
There's so many things to do, and I just hope you ladies and the guys on the board just love what you do. Just step into your power. What feels right in your heart, do it, because there's always going to be 10 other people on the other side that say you can't, you shouldn't, you won't succeed. But those don't matter. Just find the one in yourself that does, and grab a buddy and take them with you. Freddie's always on my side. He's like, you got this, you do this. You just need that one person that actually says, you can do this. And if not, do it yourself, because you know in your heart and soul what feels right to you. So forget all those naysayers. Just go big or go home.
That's true.
Just do it.
That's what Dana talks about in her book. And to align with what is greater for you. And she says, be like a child, be carefree and do what makes you happy. And I really align and resonate with that message, for sure.
It's true, right? We all came into this world with a purpose, our soul's purpose. And you knew what it was when you were little, because you did it when you were little.
Yeah.
And then everyone else came in and said, no, you can't. It's not socially acceptable. Or you shouldn't, you can't, you won't succeed. And we believe that narrative. We already talked about the narrative. We all have these narratives, and most of them aren't true. They're other people's narratives of you. Yeah. So go back to being a child and do you. Again, you be you, Ubuntu. All right, let's wrap this up. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other. Hopefully Freddie's back tomorrow, and we'll see you on the morning show. We'll see you later. Have a great day.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.